Year 2, week 4 of putting my Fiddle Leaf Fig outdoors. After the first year of putting my Fiddle Leaf Fig outdoors, it grew absolutely beautifully. I'll put a link to that video in the description below so you can take a look. Now came year 2. If you want to follow along in this journey, be sure to subscribe to the channel and also be sure to give this video a nice thumbs up if you enjoyed this content. Year 2 came around, and after the first week, my Fiddle Leaf Fig leaves absolutely scorched. Second week came around, and I thought perhaps there were signs of potential growth in my Fiddle Leaf Fig. Week 3, then my Fiddle Leaf Fig began to have some swelling, and I knew that my Fiddle Leaf Fig should be able to make it over the hump and hopefully survive this growing season. Now, week 4, let's take a look at what my Fiddle Leaf Figs look like right now. So let's start with the Fiddle Leaf Fig that I always start off with. This Fiddle Leaf Fig, as you can see, has a leaf that is a bit on the edge of whether or not it's, well, let's be honest, it's not gonna make it. But I do think that this Fiddle Leaf Fig leaf is still helping feed the tree as a whole, so I'm gonna keep it for now. As you can see, the top still really hasn't put on any growth, but there is a node here, or a leaf bud here, and I do know that it's eventually going to pop out. Now, as I move a little bit further down, yes, you will see that I do have a brand new leaf that looks absolutely healthy. It looks great. It's pushing out growth. I have continued swelling, so I am potentially going to get a second leaf out of here. So that is absolutely exciting. And then when I swing over to the right side, you'll see that I have some swelling here that's occurring on this leaf bud. So I'm gonna get additional leaves here. And then finally, when I move down, you will see again that I have a brand new leaf. So this is absolutely beautiful, and this is exactly what I was hoping for and what I was hoping to see. Now I'm gonna check the soil here for a little bit, and it's still fairly damp, so it's okay as it is. I'm not gonna do any kind of watering, but I wanted to show you that for this particular tree, everything is looking great. And it even looks like I have potentially some swelling here as well, so I might get some growth that is going to push out. My overall plan for this particular tree is that once I get a set of perhaps 2 or 3 new leaves, I'm then going to begin to trim out some of the leaves that I know aren't gonna make it. So for instance, this leaf here, completely scorched. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna take a while to eventually yellow out, but it just does not look very aesthetically pleasing, as well as this leaf right here. Truthfully, I might just wait until I bring the Fiddle Leaf Fig inside for the winter before I begin to do any kind of trimming, but we'll just see. That's just my idea right now. So yeah, overall, this particular Fiddle Leaf Fig is doing really, really well. I will most likely rotate it within the month, just so I can make sure that I keep even sun. But right now, again, looks excellent. Now let's move to the second Fiddle Leaf Fig, and the second Fiddle Leaf Fig is also coming along pretty well. So I will show you what I mean. Let's start off on the right-hand side. On the right-hand side, you'll see that, again, I have a leaf that is popping up or has popped up, which looks great, great, great. If I come down here, I have another leaf that has completely popped out, which looks good. Coming up top, and again, another leaf. I may have a little swelling here, we'll see, and no swelling right there. And if I come down, I don't see any kind of swelling right here. But regardless, I think that by having multiple leaves, it's just, again, a sign that my Fiddle Leaf Fig is going to be just fine. Coming down here to check the soil, still damp, so there's no need for me to water. But this is just super exciting because, again, you have to remember your trees, they want to live. So if you give them an opportunity, they will push out. Now, I think that I'm still gonna get some good growth out of both of these trees. Again, I'll just continue to update all of you week by week of the progress of my Fiddle Leaf Fig. Let's do some quick hits of how to take care of your Fiddle Leaf Fig. I know this Fiddle Leaf Fig doesn't look too good right now, but you just have to trust that I know how to take care of these trees, despite the fact that, again, this Fiddle Leaf Fig is absolutely scorched. As far as sunlight, if you keep your Fiddle Leaf Fig indoors, it enjoys bright indirect sunlight. If you don't give it that bright indirect sunlight, what you're going to find is you're going to find that your leaves are going to be malformed. So instead of having the big fiddle-shaped leaf, you're more or less going to have a leaf that is more oval and more squished. You might also find that your leaves won't really form up. So just make sure that you give it bright indirect sunlight with being kept indoors. When we talk about feeding your Fiddle Leaf Fig, you want to make sure that you give it an NPK ratio of 3:1:2. If you don't give it this type of fertilizer, you'll find that some of your leaves might begin to yellow out, and you also might find that your leaves will be stunted. So instead of, again, having a big fiddle-shaped leaf, your leaves will be more on the smaller side. When we talk about the type of soil that your Fiddle Leaf Fig needs, your Fiddle Leaf Fig likes to have a well-draining soil. Because I'm keeping this Fiddle Leaf Fig outdoors, this soil is more water retentive than water draining. So if I were to keep this indoors full time, the soil composition would probably be a 80-20, not 80-20, about a 50-50 perlite potting soil mixture. But because this is outdoors, I'm more of a 70-30, so 70% potting soil and about a 30% perlite. And finally, when it comes to having a nice, healthy trunk, you want to make sure that you aren't giving your trunk any kind of support. What you want to ensure is happening is you want to ensure that your trunk has freedom of movement. If it's outdoors, you really don't have to worry about shaking your tree, because the wind will do it for you, and that's how you get a nice, hefty trunk. If you're keeping it indoors, you want to make sure that you're shaking it pretty regularly. So, fairly aggressively for a couple of minutes a day until you get a nice, healthy trunk. And if you don't do that, what you're going to find is you're going to find that your trunk and your branches aren't going to be able to support the upward growth. So that's how you end up with Fiddle Leaf Figs that lean one way or another. Those are quick hits. I'll do a more in-depth video, or an updated, more in-depth video of how to take care of your Fiddle Leaf Fig, just so you can have the same information that I have as far as how I got my Fiddle Leaf Fig to look like this, minus, of course, all of the browned out and yellowing leaves. That's my year 2, week 4 update of my Fiddle Leaf Figs being placed outdoors. If you enjoy this type of content, again, please consider subscribing to the channel, and also please consider giving this video a nice big thumbs up. Again, my name is Brad. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week when I give you a week 5 update of my Fiddle Leaf Fig.